Participants.
Okay, guys, very good evening. So, without any delay, we are getting into the topic operation management second part, whatever is being left on the last class. So, we'll be continuing. So, we just a quick short recap of whatever has happened on the last class. So, we had discussed on the operations management definition and the objectives, why operation management is important, and what would be the definition of operation management to make the things smoother in a shortest way, to make it clear, to give a good things to the client or the customers. So this is what operations management objective is on. So business system and value. So whatever the product you are making out, whatever it is, a juice or a pen or whatever it is, you are going to make a value out of it, like a packaging or extra determining of cost. So what would be your unique selling point compared to your customers? So these all comes under your value. Then your process and its types, job process, job shop, continuous process. So we have discussed on that. So business strategy. We have seen the business strategy with Michael Porter and Gary Hamel. So what Michael Porter says that your SW relies on your internal threats, your internal things based on your external things. But CK Prahalad and Gary Hamel says that it is vice versa. So however you want to take it as of your business, as per your business, you can just go ahead with choosing either any one of your theories. And value chain and facility location and methods. We have got a clarification regarding the facility location. So some of you had asked the question how facility location works. So here I have come up with the facility location. Then we'll be moving with the next topic further. So for the first type, you are going with the facility factor rating method. So actually, this is how your question looks like. So ABC Manufacturing Company is going to build a new plant to the manufacture roller and bearings. The site selection team is evaluating three sites, and they have scored the important factors for each of the followers. That is your weightage of on what basis you are going to have a weightage. So my most of them my weightage goes with the labor availability, transportation of labors, etc. And 15% to the least percentage goes with the transportation facilities and your communication services. So for the each site, I have a scoring like it that your scoring depends on your weightage or what is your availability on the particular site. So I have got the questions right here, and it is simple. So you are just going to add the weightage on the site. For example, you are going to add this 0.30 into 80. So you get 24.0, and 0.30 into 65, you get 19.50, and 0.30 into 90, 27. So for this, you are going to get with all the things done, and you are going to make a sum of everything so that for the site 1, you get 77.5, and for site 2, guys, if I'm going too faster or if you are not going to catch up at any of the point, please do stop me then and there and ask your doubts, because you could able to forget your doubts, or else your when it is the end of the session, if not able to make it. So if you have any doubts, stop me then and there, then clarify your doubts. We shall just move on to the next part then. Uh, so for the site 2, you have 80.80, and for site 3, you have 82.05. As it is clearly visible, as the site 3 has a more weightage and more availability, or based on your site and your requirement of labor availability, proximity to suppliers, wages, proximity to customers, transportation facilities, you are going with the site number 3 as a higher thing. So obviously, I'll be choosing the site number 3, as this is the base of technique. This is just like a fundamental technique as explained in the last class as well. This is a fundamental technique. Maximum this gives a 65 to 70 percentage of your approximately your result. But when I wanted to get on to further explanatory way, I'm going with the center of gravity technique. So here, as I explained, I have the coordinates of the site A, site B, site C, and site D. Same like that, I have a weightage for the particular site. On the factor method, I have the weightage for the things, whatever I have, like towards the wages, towards availability of proximity to customers, proximity to labors, everything I have the concern depending upon my companies. But here, when it comes to the advanced level, we have the weightage towards a particular company in total in an approximate way. So, for example, for site A, I have a 75 of weightage. B, I have 105, and C 135, and D is 60. So here is all you have. If you wanted to get into these things, it's nothing but so you don't want these items in a 40 feet truck trailers, each with a capacity of 18 metric ton. So I don't want this. I just wanted the bottom questions. What are the coordinates I have for the each site, and what is the weightage towards a
Yeah,
particular
sir.
site is available?
Yep.
Yes.
Hello.
So what would be the coordinates of the particular site, and what would be the weightage towards a particular site is being given? That's what we are going to mainly concentrate on to this. So going with this, so your x and y coordinate, if you wanted to determine your x and y coordinate, which should be the best place for me to determine my center of my location, I wanted to go. So this is xa into wa. So 200 into 75 plus 100 into 105 plus 200 into 135 and 500 into 60 divided by all your sum of your weightage, whatever you had given. So that I'm getting 238. Same way, in the simultaneous way, I'm going to go for y axis value. So same like that, 200 into 75, 105 into 5. So that I'm getting 444. So that my coordinates are like 238 and 444. So 238 comma 444. If you're going to set up your location on your 238 comma 444 axis, so you'll be having an ease of access to all the sites as well: site A, site B, site C, and site D. So more than this advanced techniques, so with the last also, I just wanted to continue here. So A, B, C, D I have. So if I'm going to have my site on 238 comma 444, somewhere it would be around 238 and 444, it would be off here. So this would be my center of gravity, so that I could able to access all the coordinates wherever it is. Here, the same like that, I have the four sites reachable to the customers, proximity ranges, whatever it is. I have the four sites of A, B, C, and D. But I have the coordinates of the available sites. Maybe it is 360, 180, 420, 450, and 250, 400. So I have for the each site on different areas. One maybe like one. So maybe when it comes to 360, 180, I'll be having I'll be having on here on the first site. So 420, 450, I'll be having somewhat around here, and 250, 400 over here. So on this three destinations, I have got the three destinations right here. In this, which would be the better to access all the destinations from, whether this site would be easier for me, or else whether this site I'm going to get onto the site 2 or site 3. I'm having the available destinations with me. With the available destinations, I'm going to find which would be the nearer. On the last center of gravity technique, I have found a new destination, which could be ease of things to all. But still, I have, with the constraints of that, I have got only the three destinations, available destinations. From this, which I'm going to get in chooser, determines my thing. So here, for the first axis, for the first site one, you are going to calculate the distance from, you have a site A as 360 and 180. So my first is A of 200, 200. So 200 minus 360 from the site X1, and 200 from the second site to the site 1, 180. So when you do so, 161, 412, 434, and 184 you will be getting, so that you are going to have a distance for the site 1, a D8 for the site 1. If I'm going to calculate from this A point to my site is 161, and for the next it is 412. Maybe you can calculate this through the kilometers or something, whatever the unit which is being given there. Same like for site 2, you are going to calculate for DA, DB, DC, and DD for same as like for site 3 as well. So I have got the 12 coordinates along with me. So with this, I'm going to multiply the weightage. 75 is the weightage given to me, 105, 135, and 60 is the weightage given to me. I'm going to add, multiply and add with all the weightages given, and whatever the site score I have got, 161.2412. Everything I'm going, 161.2412. I'm going to multiply it with the weightage, and again I'm going to add it with all the things whatever I got, so that I'm getting 1,25,000, 99,000, and 77,000. So that, as this has the shortest distance, 77,000, 555, 55 has the shortest distance, so that I'll be choosing, as this will be easy for me to optimize, so that I'm choosing that site C. Break-even analysis, I'll be moving on to the next thing. So you have the three locations right now. There I have the coordinates of the three locations. For the first things, I have the weightage. Second, I have the coordinates. I don't know where would be the best thing, so that I have choose the random coordinates for me. But on the third thing, I have the constraint as three location or four location. I'm going to choose which location would be the shortest distance to access all the four destinations. But here, when it comes, it doesn't involve the distance. It involves the price of each of the thing, whatever you have invested in your area, your industry, manufacturing industry, or your production oriented, whatsoever. So I'm going to sell my product for 2,700 rupees per unit, whatever the product you can call it, with you, whether any of the OEM products or machineries, whatever it is. You are planning to sell that product for 2,700 rupees per unit, and you wanted which would be the nearest to this 500 units. You wanted to achieve the 5,000 units per year. So for the facility A, if I'm going to set up my facility in facility location, A location, so my fixed cost, that inclusive of your uh, building the building the building your company or machineries, your electrical cost, it's all comes under your fixed cost. When it comes to the variable cost, it's of your selling price and your for how much you are selling your product, how many customers are going to purchase your product, your profit and your labor cost, everything would be on variable cost. So that I have my fixed cost and variable cost right here. For each of the facility, I have three facilities. So till this part, I have location, fixed cost, variable cost per unit. I have this on my question itself. So my total cost, how I calculate my total cost is that fixed cost plus variable cost per unit into quantity. So what would my fixed cost? 60 lakh plus 1500 into what would my quantity? 5000. So if you calculate, it will be of 1 crore 35 lakh. And contribution is something about if you wanted to make this as a selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit, you can just go ahead with the same calculation. If not else, contribution is like the same thing, selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So fixed cost, my 60 lakh divided by selling price 2750 as it is mentioned, sorry, 2700 is my selling price. 60 lakh divided by 2700 minus variable cost is 1500. So if you do so, you'll be getting 1200. So for break even quantity, 1 crore 35 lakh divided by 1200, you'll be getting a 5000. So meanwhile, you are going to do it for the same facility B and facility C. So that here I have the lesser thing of 3182. So that as location B comes on the minimum thing, we will be calculating facility B would give you the more yield in the rate of your profit, or you can earn it much more faster compared to the location A and C. So this is what your four types, which has been done along with the calculation part. So for this, as discussed in the last previous class, in this class we'll be discussing on inventory management, supply chain management, quality management, project management, and forecasting. So when it comes to inventory management, it's not about something called a stock. You are just going to maintain a stock over at the some places. For example, it may be of your raw material products or your finished products, whatever you are going to. It's not about only the stocking. It's about what comes in, what stays, what you wanted to get it stayed over there, and what goes out. It's all about the inventory management. How much ever the product you wanted to keep along with you, you can just have it. Whenever you go for the kirana stores or this shopping markets, you will see that most of the FMCG products will be on the mid layer, and most of the products which doesn't sell will be on the upper layer. So because this mid layer, and for the bottom layer, if you see, you'll be having these chocolates. Whenever you go to the supermarket, if you did not still observe, just observe it right now whenever you are going for the supermarket next time. On the bottom shelf, you'll be having only on the biscuits, chocolates, whatever it is, because it is easy to involve the child to get the product easier. Because when the chocolates or biscuits are kept on the higher rack, the child could not able to see that, and the child could not able to demand for the product. Whenever it is kept down, they could obviously we would have seen that when it is kept on the lower rack, child could easily grab that and they'll put it on the basket of their parents. Whether they'll say that it is required or not required, they'll just grab the item, whether it is cookies or chocolates, they'll grab it and they'll put it. So how we are going to make our inventory? So that is also a storing of your FMCG items, fast moving consumable goods items. So you are not just racking, you are just planning and tracking the products depending upon the customer needs. Whenever you are going for this, you wanted the washing powder in the larger quantity, it will be on the top shelf. Because whenever you want it, you will take it. If you want it, you will take it. So this is what about planning is. So it is not about just about keeping the stock. This all about keeping the right stock at the right place. So main objective of inventory management is to maintain the optimal balance between too much and too little inventory. When the customer demand is high, when you are keeping the lower inventory, that would not be a good thing. When the customer's demand is too low and when you are stocking it on the higher quantity, there is no use of stocking it on the higher quantity. You are just badly utilizing the space. You could you could manage that space. You could manage that space for the other things so that you could sell it on the fast things. So, what would be the role of operation inventory management in operations management? Is that production runs smoothly, costs are controlled, and customer satisfaction remains higher. It directly affects the efficiency, profitability, and the customer service quality. So it's not about your space so that you can stock whatever you want. It's about your customer's perception as well. So let's take a simple example. I just whenever I wanted to talk about operations management, I'll just remember Toyota always, because they are good at everything. They are good at 5S, keeping their products in proper places, sustain, sort everything. They'll just maintain it in a neat way. They are the introduction. They have introduced the 5S. Toyota has introduced the 5S method, and Toyota is good at production. So Toyota is always has been a benchmarking for this operations management. To produce one car, like Toyota needs hundreds of the components like engines, tires, seats, electronic parts, leathers. Now, if in the case Toyota doesn't manage its inventory well, keeping too many parts in the stock will increase the warehouse cost and block the other capital as well. But keeping too few will halt the assembly line if one part is not there, if one part is not available with me. So it could able to stop the whole assembly line. So Toyota uses its scientific inventory management systems to track its EOQ, economic order quantity. I'll be explaining it later. EOQ, reorder point. So they all maintain it systematically. Whenever you go to your supermarkets, you are, do you think that only they scan your product whenever you are buying some chocolates or your grocery items? They do scan it and only for the pricing. We do think that they do scan the product only for the pricing, like it cost of 20 rupees. They are scanning the product only for the pricing. No, they are scanning so that their inventory comes lower behind their system, back of the system. So if five products are being dragged over there, one product is being scanned, one product will be lesser. So that they will come to know end of the day when closing inventory is being made, they'll come to know that only four of the product is been remaining. So next day, if the three products are being gone, again they'll come to know that only one product is remaining. So that I have to order it, make an order of five more products on this. So it is not about just scanning only for the pricing. It's their inventory management as well. So types of inventory, um, on what and all basis I'm going to have my inventory on. Raw materials. Raw materials is based on your basic inputs. For example, if furniture manufacturer, they would have their wood, nails, or varnish as a raw material. For bakery, flour, sugar, butter are the raw materials. So work in process is like my semi-finished goods are under process. Like my meat is being stored cool. It is being kept inside and I'm going to export it. Whenever I need it, I'll be taking it out and I'll cook it whenever I want it. So this is what work in progress is about. So when it comes to finished goods, once it is done out of the packaging, when it is directly about to get into the customer's hands, it is called as a finished goods. So MRO sales here we can say it as maintenance, repairing, and operating systems, but depends upon the industry that MRO changes. In the case of aviation industry, you'll be having the maintenance, repair, and overhauling. When it comes to the production line or operations line, it is maintenance, repairing, and operating items. So lubricants for the machine. It is something. This is a supplementary materials to make the product. But this could not be the final product, or this could not be the raw materials. So something like machineries for the lubricants for the machines. Once a machine has got its output, it has been assembled, it has been manufactured, and a machine has come out. So that I have my lubricant over there to make it much smoother of the functioning. So I have my lubricants for machines, cleaning supplies, safety gloves, and tools used in the maintenance. These all comes under MRO. So pipeline inventory. So don't go with the literal meaning of pipeline, which goes underground or top of the ground. Don't go with that. So pipeline inventory on a contextual way, it is called as a transit inventory. Suppose I'm getting a product from China to India on a bulk basis, like electronic items or whatever it is. Electronic items, I'm going to purchase a bulk 200 containers of electronic item into India. So I'm getting it to the India. I'm going to stock it in my warehouse. I'm going to supply whomever they ask. Then only I'm going to supply. I'm not going to directly take it to the customer's hand. Whenever I require it, or someone orders it, or they do split or distribute the products depending upon the demand they have. So here we have management techniques. We call it JIT, MRP, VMI. So these three things are important. Basically, ERP systems right now they are using the AI along with the ERP systems, but these are the fundamental techniques, which is JIT, MRP, and VMI. So let's start with JIT. Again, getting on to the Toyota. So JIT is also been introduced by Toyota. It is also called as the Toyota philosophy. The idea behind JIT is very simple, but it is very powerful. Produce only what you need, when you need, and exactly what quantity you need. Suppose when I need a burger, whenever your KFC, your Domino's, whenever you require it, they do manufacture, they do produce and give it to you. They are not going to stock this margarita pizza. I'm going to stock this five of this. Or else a chicken double cheese burger. I'm going to stock this. I'm going to make it. I'm going to stock this. No, whenever you order, they are going to make it and they are going to deliver it to you. This is what just in time. When it comes to MRP, material requirements planning, so right now today MRP has become a computer based planning system that ensures the material and components are available when production needs them. That's what, as I have mentioned earlier, whenever it goes to supermarket, your scanning is barcode scanning is not only for pricing, it is also for inventory management. So whenever you are scanning, your inventory goes lesser. So inventory is being monitored on a regular basis, at least end of the shift. When it comes to inventory managed vendor managed inventory, so normal small kirana stores follows this VMI. So they are not going to go anywhere and ask for this noodles. The concerned dealer or the person who comes and deliver you the things, 10 or 20 packets, and they are going to give it to a credit based system. So when it is sold, you are going to get the profit on that pack. So this is what credit system based. So the vendor decides, or the supplier decides, whether this product has to be delivered to this kirana stores or not. How much ever the quantity I'm going to get delivered to this particular things. These all things are managed by vendor or the supplier whomever comes to the kirana stores with this small packages. They'll come and give it the product to you, and they'll have the profit once the product is being sold. So enterprise resource planning, next ERP. So ERP is a system where your inventory levels, production schedules, purchase requirements, financial accounts are being monitored on a day-to-day or your regular basis. So main benefits of ERP system is that provides your complete visibility of inventory and operations, enables the real-time decision making as it is being monitored on a regular basis. So supports automations now. AI in the olden days, if in the case of ERP, we would always go to this Tally or something, Tally or Oracle. Right now, we are using AI based things to make ERP on a more further level. So next is supply chain management. Second part, so inventory management has got over. Right now, we are moving to the supply chain management. So this is not about just making the manufacturing the product, selling it to the customer. It's about making sure that the right product reaches the right customer in the right quantity at the right time with the right cost. So five things to make sure that the right product, whatever you are manufactured, reaches the right customer in the right quantity at the right time and the right cost. So which makes your company more quality and profitable as well. So objectives of supply chain. So first goal is efficiency by optimizing transportation, inventory level, and procurement, unnecessary expenses while maintaining the service levels. So total supply chain cost. This is what total supply chain cost is about, and ensuring the timely delivery and responsiveness. As I've said earlier, the right product has to reach the right customer on the right time with the right quality and right rate, right price. So how much ever you make the good food or good product, even you do have the bad reviews on this Amazon or Flipkart or whatever it is, I don't get my product delivered on time. Whether the product is good, whether the product is worth, no, the customer's perception is always different. Whether if you are promising one thing, it should be delivered on time, you should have some responsiveness towards it. Improve the product quality and customer satisfaction. So again, you are getting back with the reviews or feedback, you are going to improve your product quality and your customer satisfaction. So respond to the market changes, how your market trend is going on, move along with it. Don't stick on to the same thing. Achieve competitive advantage through coordination. So finally, SCM is a strategic weapon. So Zara is actually a fashion brand, uses an extremely responsible supply chain. Might you might aware about this product called Zara. From design to store delivery in a few weeks, gives a huge edge in the fast fashion. Like even the same like lens cart, you have lens cart specs makers, you have many of your specs branded, but still lens cart, how this lens cart could able to give one specs for 3,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, whereas they are going to have it for one plus one for 5,000 rupees. So this is all your competitive advantage compared to a specs maker. Actually, specs maker has been one of the topmost specs making companies in India, but still, how Lenskart had overtaken them. Once upon a time, how CCD was then and time. There was many other coffee shops. How CCD was there. How Reliance Shell petrol bunk has came into the thought that they could have the restaurant along with the petrol bunk areas. So this is all their competitive advantage compared to this. Why I do prefer Shell is that uh, after my petrol fueling is being done, I could able to go to that restaurant or to snack center to have something. But whereas if I'm going to something like Bharat Petroleum or HP, something else, I could not able to have this advantage over there. Whether I'm going to eat or I don't, that's not my concern. But what they have tried something newly compared to their competitors. So my functions and importance. So getting back from procurement to the end of the customers or the consumers going to consume your product. So procurement and purchasing, you are procuring your raw materials and where it has to be delivered and where I'm going to get into purchase. So it is all about your procurement and purchasing from outside, or you're going to get your raw materials. Production planning, inventory management is all about what you do in your warehouse, like your production area or manufacturing area. So production planning, how you are going to plan, how you are going to produce it, how you are going to schedule it, whom are the laborers going to involve in this, what are the machineries you do require. Inventory management, once after the before the finished product is going to get procured, where I'm going to store it. It's all about your inventory management. You should be much more aware that when it is going to be your perishable products or your food items. So inventory management for your perishable products and these food items are much more important in inventory management. So once after your products are being procured from your production line, it goes to your warehouse and logistics. Then based on your demand, you are going to forecast how much ever product you are going to purchase in forecasting. I'll commit to the last point, last topic. So demand forecasting, predicting the customer's needs, actually, how much ever the product they need. If in the case they require the 10 product, I'm not going to manufacture the 100 products and I'm going to sell. It's a waste of cost for me. I'm going that balance 90 products involves all your labor cost, your manufacturing, your machinery areas, everything it costs, so that your forecasting should be of proper way. And order fulfillment and customer service, ensuring smooth delivery to the customers, whether the product is being delivered to the right time on to the right customer with the right quality and the right price. So in operations management, when it comes to quality management, focuses on maintaining and improving the standards of process, materials, and output, so that the end product delivers the value to the customers. So these in prior, I have said that inventory management, once the product is being sold out, there is none of the things, warehousing and logistics, demand forecast, order fulfillment, and customer service. It's not in your hand. It's about the delivery partners. So how quality management should be there in your first three sectors, like your procurement and purchasing, production planning, and inventory management. How these all the things should be there. So it's not only about inspecting the final product, it's about like building the quality into every stages of the product, every stages of the process, from designing or from the raw materials to the finished products. Even after sales, if you wanted to consider your quality also, you could able to get their reviews or your feedbacks, and then you can just work on your quality again. So ultimate goal of quality management is the customer satisfaction, and the poor quality often leads to defects, returns, your loss, and your rework. So that you should always this constraints of TQM, which is called total quality management, which you will be learning of Six Sigma. So I'll explain it on the next slide. To achieve the continuous improvement process, as said earlier, once it is not done on a good basis, so move back to your work, to the first point, work again, restart your work again, and then have a good finished product. To enhance the brand image and the competitiveness among the customers is the main important thing. You have to have a particular brand image towards, okay, if I'm going to purchase this brand, why do always goes, even if you wanted, it's, you can just always says that it's just a potato chips. But how many brands are there involved in potato chips? Just for an example, you have Bingo, you have Lays, and you have Pringles. Same potato chips, different manufacturers, different layers, different packaging. Is it something is going to get different? No, everything the same flavors. They call it as tangy tomato. They call it as American tomato. What is the difference? But each of them has their own brand image. Whenever I wanted something or to more than to my level, I go for a Pringles. If I wanted everything like on a nearby basis, I go for Lays. bingo on a rare basis, because they do have a certain brand image towards me. So they could not able to, any of the competitors could not able to get the brand image again from ahead, because first I ate Lays, so that the taste got stuck with my tongue. So that's why I could not able to take that brand image. But you should maintain that brand image in order that your brand image doesn't go slower. If I'm going to find any mistake on the Lays, obviously I'm going to get moved towards the next competitor of them. Like if sometimes Lays is not good, or else if I saw news on any bad news, like Lay's, I have its packaging is too bad. Any other news? Obviously, I'll go for Bingo or Pringles. So always maintain this brand image so that your products gets onto the mind of the people. So first is key concept: quality assurance, quality control. Then comes your TQM along with Six Sigma. So TQM, it for MBA grads. It is a separate concept for separate paper as TQM. So that's the reason, just for an introduction, I have given the for TQM in a longer basis. Other than this, QA and QC, quality assurance. So quality assurance, it is called as a preventive side. So while making the product itself, you are going to assure that whether the packaging is being disturbed or any other products is being put into the lesser quantity. While the process before it is converted into the product, you are going to ensure that it is on good. But quality control is like once after the finished product only, you are going to check whether any defect. It is called as a defective side. Whereas you have QA, it is called as a preventive side, and for QC, it is called as a detective side, where you are after the finished product only, you are going to check whether the product is being come out in a proper way. So when it comes to TQM is actually a holistic approach to long-term success through the customer satisfaction. It involves, obviously, everything involves the team's work, and especially this TQM involves every person, every department, and every process in the continuous improvement. It improves. TQM focuses on main principles is on customer focus, employee involvement, and process-centered approach. Finally, when it comes to Six Sigma is one of the most advanced and data-driven approaches to quality management. Um, so, on a million products manufactured, whether it's a Coke or any other bottles or something else, if I'm going to purchase it on a 1 million, only 3.4 products has to be like 1 million cents. 10 lakh products, if I'm going to purchase manufacture, only 3.4 products should be of a defects out of 10 lakh product. So that much conscious you should have your on your product. It should not get damaged or any of the complaints regarding that. So we have our D mic. So some people call it only for mic. They will call D main is there. DMAIN is there. So mic MAIC. So but as of Funda, we are just going with D mic. So D is for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So first thing, you are going to identify the problem and the customer requirements. Second, you are going to collect and quantify the current data and the performance. So analyze, find the root causes of defects or the variation where it has gone the mistake. And I as improve, develop and implement the solutions to eliminate the causes, whatever you have analyzed earlier, and control whatever the things has gone wrong so far in DMAI. Define, measure, analyze, improve, so that you have got to know what is the problem, and standardize and monitor the improved process to sustain the results. So a hospital always uses the Six Sigma. It's not only for the product industry, it is also for the service industry. They define the problem like long waiting times, um, like whenever you wanted to register or you wanted to visit the doctor, whatever it is, the long waiting times, measure the current average, analyze the causes, implement the scheduling improvements like 2 doctors or 3 doctors could be improved, and control by tracking the future waiting times. So all they do use the Six Sigma in order to identify the problem, like waiting time is higher, so that they wanted to reduce it. So they can go ahead with the Six Sigma as well. So next comes our project management. So till now we had a plan of what we are going to do, and where our resources are going to be get collected, and how much labor I'm going to incur on this process. So this is what all about your project management process of planning, organizing, and controlling resources. So same again, getting back to the project life cycle. One is initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control. Then comes your closure. I have planned that I need to same said in a earlier stage. So I'm insisting on a particular ideology, means to be like I'm not repeating the same thing which is said on the earlier slides. So it is like you'll be having a remembrance whenever you see this project life cycle, you'll at least just connect with that. So initiation, where I'm going to get recruit my procurements from, my raw materials from, where I'm going to sell it to. I'm going to have this planning. What all the machineries I'm going to include? Where is my warehouse has to be set, and who are all the labors has been incurred. I need to do that. And once the raw materials has come, I need to process it, as that is called as an execution process. Monitoring and control track process is nothing but your QA and QC. During the process, you have to during the process you have to do the quality assurance. Once the process is done, once you got your raw materials into the finished products, you have to have the quality control QC. And after that closure, once after everything is been done, your defective items has been removed, close it, deliver to the particular clients or customer, consumers, or your suppliers, whomever it is. So project planning and scheduling tools, this is also something which involves mathematical calculations. So first thing is Gantt chart. Next is CPM and PERT. Sorry, I have written it in the vice versa. First is Gantt chart. Next is CPM. Next is PERT mode. So why Gantt chart, CPM, and PERT is like Gantt chart is a fundamental thing. Whether if in the case of like planning, as we have seen in the initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control closure stage, maybe like you can have this on a planning, wireframing, design process. So for planning, I'm going to do this on January and February. So wireframing, when I'm going to do, meanwhile, I'm going to have this on wireframing and designing process starting on the same process time, like on the March month, I'll be starting the both of my process. Whereas on the March mid, I'll be finishing off wireframing, but in the May mid only, I'll be finishing off this design process. So after that, I'll be starting for backend development. Later on only, I'll go ahead with the front end development and then with deployment. So this is what Gantt chart looks like. What are the process I have done? What is the work done? What have you done so far? Or else this could be of your before process or after process. This could be used for your planning as well. Whether I'm going to do those works in a particular time, you can do that. Once after the work is done, okay, I have done those work in the particular time. You can also do before and after as well. Or else if you wanted to compare the both of your Gantt chart also, you can do go ahead. So CPM, critical path method, the same like this, you'll be having the CPM. Yeah, these are the things will be called as the predecessor. You are planning, wireframing, design process, front end development, back end development. These are the things. Yes, Aisha. Six Sigma approach is used for the large scale production. No. whatever the products you are produced, like for example, I said for 10 lakh product, only 3.4 product has to be defective. If in the case of like only 1 lakh product I'm going to manufacture, or else 50 lakh product, 50,000 product only I'm going to manufacture, in the sense you have to divide it along with it. If I'm going to manufacture only 1 lakh product, my defective rate should be of 0.3 product. Like no product should be of damage. For small scale also you can use it if you wanted to have good minds to what's the customer perception. Is your doubt clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. So these are the things called as your predecessor. Planning, wireframing, design process is your predecessor. So starting from January, you are starting it. So once after the finishing of this only, you are going to start it with the next product. So same like this, you are going to start your January, February. You can have it like January, February. You are going to do the two products. You are going to do the simultaneously two works on the same time. So it goes on like this. So this is called as a network diagram where it involves mathematical calculations. Same for the PERT also. So whichever goes on a higher part, so that includes this. So this from day one, two, and one, and finish. So totally critical path is 4 days. I'm taking it so that I'll be choosing this path. So I'll be choosing whatever the predecessor. This has to be done after this. It will be chosen. The same like PERT only. So just wanted to give you the introduction of Gantt chart, PERT and CPM. Uh, so same like that, mathematical calculations will be involved in this. Yes, we are into forecasting. Forecasting is an important thing in your management. When it comes to your management, as I said, demanding the forecasting your demand. How much? Okay, I have sold 100 products today. Tomorrow also I cannot able to expect the same 100 products to be sold, because tomorrow that might be rainy, or else tomorrow it might be weekend, or tomorrow it might be the first day of working day, whatever it is. I could not able to justify that. If you could see that in normal meat stalls, meat sold higher quantity on a weekend days, maybe on Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday. Your sales will be on higher days. Sorry, your sales will be higher on the weekend days. But whereas he could not able to expect the same on normal Wednesday or Thursday, something else. If he is going to do that, he is going to get a loss over that. So forecasting is always an important. So before that, small check on data analysis, descriptive. So we'll be going ahead with where I am going to get forecasting into is that predictive analysis. So descriptive analytics, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. I have four types of analytics. So descriptive is what has happened, and diagnostic is why it has happened. So predictive, what will happen. Prescriptive, what should I need to do to control this. So descriptive is something called what has happened. Diagnostic is why it has happened. Predictive is what will happen. Prescriptive is you are going to have a controlling measures in order it is not going to repeat it again. So forecasting right now they have started the forecasting. You could able to do your forecasting using your business minds, your quantitatively or qualitatively, however you can do your forecasting. But still, right now, when you have your data, you have the n number of sources to forecast your data. For example, your AI, which has been an insane part for forecasting. uh, if you wanted to do with Excel, SPSS, or your Python, R software, Power BI, whatever it is, forecasting could be done. So you are going to forecast what would happen tomorrow, and you are going to predict your predict your demand and your supply. According to that, you are going to manufacture your product. So it reduces uncertainty. As said in the third point, it reduces uncertainty and improves the decision making. So here comes your methods of forecasting. So this is also your important thing, like qualitative and quantitative. Here methods, I'll be discussing it on the depth, deeper way. So qualitative methods, judgmental. So same like that. If you are judgmental is nothing but you qualitative and quantitative is what qualitative depends on words and quantitative depends on your numbers. So qualitative is that you go to a place, you stand over there, you observe it for 10 days or for a period of 1 month. You are going to observe what is happening over there, whether if I'm going to put a shop over here, whether will it sustain or not. You are just calculating on your mind basis, not with the numbers. That includes your SWOT analysis, your pestle analysis, whatever it is. It is all comes under your qualitative methods, which is of judgmental. So we use Delphi method, market research, and historical analogy. So Delphi methods is like you gather a people, like a group of people who is expertise in that particular field. You gather them on a particular place. You want them to talk related to this. It's like a brainstorming session or ice breaking session related to that business. You'll be having so after the each round, summary of the group's responses is being analyzed. Then they'll be having the consensus forecast, the long-term forecasting. It could be able to use it for the long-term forecasting as well. When it comes to market research, the same like that. You go to the particular place, you stand, you or else you are going to observe it. That's fine. Or else you are going to have it as a questionnaire form or your focus groups, your interviews, whatsoever. So your surveys, whatever it is, it comes under your market research. When it comes to your hierarchical analogy, comparing it to the similar products, historical data. So same like that, if I'm going to put some product which is similar to the Lays or something else, I need to check whether how Lays, Bingo, Pringles has come into the market. So same like that only I'll follow their strategy to get into the market first. So next is your quantitative, which goes with the statistical methods. One is time series analysis. So when you come for your time series analysis, your moving average takes the average of the recent periods to smooth out the random fluctuations. So if in the case of my sales is higher, my demand is higher on the Sundays, I'll take for the past 3 years data only for Sunday, and I'll analyze it. I'll make sure how many products has to be distributed on Sunday alone. Or else, if I wanted to know for the month of December, because it's a rainy season, if my demand is lower, I'll just analyze it for the last 10 years of data with the December data, and then I'll make sure. So exponential smoothing is gives more weight to the recent data, making the forecast more responsive. Causal models is something on regression analysis. So here what you this is what your regression analysis. Regression analysis, you have the different regression like simple regression, multiple linear regression, non-linear regression methods. So right now, these are the data points available. So I have got the data points and I have got the straight line over here. And I have got the straight line. This is what my regression line is called. So if I'm going to extend this line, this is what the data line as of now, as of the present data I have got. But if I'm going to extend my line, this would be my point of sales at the end. So take it for this example, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is my months in a year. So seventh month I'm earning this much of profit. Like take for an example, for sixth month I'm earning this much. and for seventh month I have got towards 7,000 rupees or something else. But I don't know how much will I be earning in this eighth month or ninth month, because I don't have a data. So obviously I'll be going for this line, whichever the point that follows, I'll be moving on that. If my point is on 8, if my 8 or 9 comes here, so if my point 8 or 9 comes over here, that is my point of thing. So next is forecasting process, same like that, defines the objective. So define the objective, what you wanted to know, collect and analyze the relevant data, whatever you have got so far, your historical data. Select the forecasting method, same like regression method or ML or whatever you wanted to use, machine learning or whatever you wanted to use. Select the whatever the method you wanted to wish. Develop the forecast to find what would be the best thing in the earlier. So evaluate the accuracy and revise as needed. Implement the forecast in planning decisions as well. So this planning, if you have forecasted, I need to implement that into the production as well. So with this concluding here, any other queries? Any any queries? Same like if you're not feeling comfortable, always chat box is always open. If no queries, shall we wind up? Okay, guys. Hope there is no queries. There is no doubts on this. So leaving this session. Thank you. See you until on the next week. That's a good topic. Thank you.